Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth, looking at a decent day again. Sunny in the 40s we'll get to, maybe 42, 43. Looks like we do develop quite a little breeze this afternoon, though.
Every little breeze seems to whisper Louise.
What is that? What in the world?
That was in an I Love Lucy episode.
I never heard that before.
Okay.
Now, listen, we all know the episode where they're working the chocolate conveyor belt. We know that. We all know the wine stomping episode. We've seen that. What was that? What about Louise? What?
Every little breeze seems to whisper Louise. Birds up in the trees scream, Louise.
What is the concept of that episode? Do you remember?
It was in France. It's a French singer. I cannot think of his name. He was very, very famous. That's what it is.
Is this around the wine stomping episode?
Around that time. I believe the wine was in Italy. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, it was in the time when they were in Europe. Yeah.
All right. Now, you reciting that phrase was not planned, but let me tell you how perfectly that plays, because we're actually going to discuss phrases that we are annoyed by. That's the topic.
And did I just annoy you?
I swear we didn't plan that. That was
No, we don't plan anything. So let's get that clear.
That is true. So here are a bunch of phrases that people list as their most cringy, or that annoy them, or they're overdone in memes and things like that. Like I would say to you when you just did that Louise phrase, I'd be like, Cande, well played, well played. Now, does that phrase, well played, sit okay with you? Because it's overdone on this list.
I happen to like that phrase.
I do too, actually. Because I don't think it's offensive or annoying. It's,
when someone says, oh, that was well played, I feel like good.
Right. It's giving kudos to somebody.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Here's one that's a little demeaning, I think. Somebody tells you something great that's happened in their life, and your response is, I love that for you.
I do hate that. It seems so phony.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that you really don't love it, but you love it for me? Are you being sarcastic? Yeah, I don't like it.
Right, it comes off as, well, that's great for you, but yeah, normal people would not want that. But good, I love that for you. That's good.
I don't like that.
How about this? When you learn something for the first time, even at our age, you learn something for the first time, and you say, I was today years old when I learned
that
this.
Too. The first time I saw that, I was like, did I read that right? So I had to read it again. I'm like, yeah, I did.
Yeah. By the way, does Brian use any of these phrases at all?
No.
Okay. Does he say anything of note that we need to know about during the day?
What are you saying?
I'm just asking.
Are you making fun of my significant other?
Slightly, in a little.
I see that.
Does he use any phrases? Does he anything that we need to know about? Like we know about Brian, but we don't know about Brian. Is there something he uses that annoys you? A phrase over and over again?
Yes, he always goes, and that's a fact.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. A little glimpse into your life. Very good.
That's a fact.
Yes. How about this one? I don't mind this. I'm curious where you stand. Not all heroes wear capes.
I like that one.
I do too. I
don't hear it that often, and I'm tired of it.
Agreed. I have no problem with that. Here's one that I think I use maybe a little too much on the show. And it's probably like I'm not even thinking about it. It just kind of comes out every now and again. Finishing sentences with the phrase, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Cande?
Oh, my girlfriend does that, Ellen. It drives me crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what you're saying. You just said it for 20 minutes. What?
Yeah. I do use that, and it's...
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't take it.
You have multiple people in your life that do that.
Yeah,
apparently.
that annoys me.
How about this one? There's no such thing as a stupid question.
I think that's true.
Sometimes. Depends on the question.
That never
honestly.
bothered me.
All right. How about this? I did a thing. Like, let's say you book a lavish vacation and you're trying to tell someone, but you want to do it in a cutesy way. Be like, Brian, I did a thing today. You ever hear
What do
that
you mean
one?
you did a thing? What thing?
Yeah, exactly. Do you mind that phrase? Do you like that phrase?
I don't really hear it to not mind it.
All right, maybe it's not happening as much in your life. With the Taylor Swift Eras Tour, everybody is in their era. Like you're in your Maeve era, your granddaughter.
Yes.
Do you mind when people say they're in their blank era?
No, I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, neither do I. I'm a Swiftie, so that doesn't bother me as well. Have you heard the phrase that became popular with high schoolers, teenagers, and stuff, and now is a big deal? The ick. You ever hear that?
No.
When somebody gives you the ick, I-C-K, it means like they creep you out. It's kind of disgusting and creepy. And, that guy, see that guy over there? He gives me the ick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I would say he gives me the creeps.
Yeah, same thing. Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
These are phrases that are annoying people now every time they hear them because they're overused, I guess. How about this? Hosting a morning show was not on my 2025 bingo card. What about that?
Oh. All right. Not the greatest.
The bingo card. I use that that's a silly example. But
Yeah.
when people say, that was not on my bingo card, I use that from time to time.
You do?
I do. I've been using the bingo card thing.
Oh, I wonder why.
I don't know. It just and maybe not on the show as much, but in real life, in regular life, Candy, I feel like I've been using the bingo card phrase
Oh, boy.
quite a bit.
Yeah. You might want to rethink that.
All right. And we'll finish with this one. It lives rent-free in my head. You
I
ever
don't
hear
think
that
I've ever heard that.
Yeah. Like something that has been embedded in your mind or you've heard so much now lives rent-free in your head. Something that has gotten into your soul lives rent-free in your head.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with that one, nor would I use it.
All right. On to this one. Last one for now. Kids in school. Now, you may not be able to identify with this as much. Your kids have been out of school for a
Quite
little
a while. Yes.
Do you know on average a high schooler, teenager, uses their phone 92 minutes a day in school?
That's terrible.
That's a lot of time.
Don't you have friends to talk to?
Well, aren't you learning something?
Well, that too. I mean, what's going on? It makes me sick.
Now, they were thinking about banning phones in schools. You saw that?
Yes,
whole thing?
I'm all for it. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm for it to an extent. Maybe you stop, somehow block websites and things so they can't search or Snapchat or Instagram or that kind of stuff. But you have to be able to use the phone for emergencies. And I can't tell you how many times I've had to text my kids to find out, hey, are you going to extra help today? Do I pick you up at 2:00? Are you, there's things you need to contact your children about during the day. So,
how did I ever raise 2 children without a cell phone?
It's amazing when you think about it, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so glad in my era of teenagehood, there were no cell phones. Thank you. Thank you.
So 92 minutes a day on their phone, that's a lot of time, and people are not happy about it. And I don't think it's a great thing, but if they could figure out a way to block access to socials and websites and just have it used as an emergency phone, text your parents or
let's all put it on that setting, and then I would be for it.
Yeah, maybe Apple can come up with that. That would be a a good idea. All right, we got plenty more to do. Your Bald and the Beautiful Entertainment comes up about 8:12. We will discuss late 8 o'clock hour, bringing back dangerous playgrounds. That is our topic.
So ridiculous.
National Days, good news stories. We're going to get to about 42, 43. Sunshine, we will get some wind later this afternoon. Phathead and Cande, My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.